What is up, YouTube? This is Anthony Kalova with DIYMobileAudio.com and Dima.com. It was requested that I show off some of this Funkin audio double-up power wire that we have in stock. So here is a shot of the cable. You can see it right there. That's the double-up red. There's some blue. That's not. That's just speaker cable though. That's 8 gauge. Here is some double-aught silver, and to give you a little comparison, here is the double-aught Dima cable. We actually call it 0 gauge, oversized 0 gauge. That's just double-aught. So here you go. This is the Dima cable right here. This camera kind of blows, so you really can't see. Now this stuff is super duper flexible, which is cool if you're into, I don't know, tying knots with your wire for some reason, but it is absolutely not necessary to have flexible wire. This just happens to have a very thin jacket on it. Can you see that? Can you see how thin that shit is? Okay, so the jacket is really thin and really flexible PVC. The jacket on the power wire that we got from Funkin Audio right here, this stuff is pretty burly. The wire, according to the manufacturer, this wire meets AWG standards for double-aught OFC. Now, that being said, it also has a super duper thick jacket on it. Look at, hopefully you can focus in on that. I'm not sure, but man, the wire itself is pretty burly stuff, and the jacket is burly. Don't be confused. We are not rating the gauge of the wire based on the jacket. It just happens to have a super duper thick jacket, which makes it less flexible, which doesn't really matter. But a lot of people get off on having flexible cable, which is kind of cool, but not necessary. So, red, silver. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to open up a box right here, packed with polyfill. All right, here we go. Now, I'm still setting up this warehouse. We're shipping, but everything is not exactly the way it's supposed to be. So, I'm going to set this down right here. Just got this new scale in. So, here we go. There's a little bit of plastic on here. This is what I'm going to do just to save time. See if this even adds up to anything. Take this. Okay, we're zeroed out right there. Let's see if that bag doesn't add any weight. This is a 100-pound scale. Goes up to 100 pounds in increments of tenths. So let me show you. 25 feet power wire, 13 pounds on the dot. There you go. Now imagine if I take off this protective. Well, you know what? I tell you what. I've got some right here. Look at this. This is some of the same wire. It's pretty sexy stuff. Make sure all this is on there. Okay, it didn't change anything. That little bit of plastic doesn't add any weight to a 100-pound scale. Now I've got a gram scale that goes down to milligrams. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off a foot of wire. I'm going to strip open the jacket, and then I'm going to weigh the wire. You guys can compare that to other wire that's out there, and you can judge for yourself whether or not this power wire, 25 feet, OFC, 100% OFC, $49.99 a roll, plus shipping, you'll be able to decide if that's a good deal or not. So, checking back in just a minute. Alright guys, quick update. I'm going to show you what I got here. This little mark, you can see that little mark right there. That right there works out to be 12 inches, right? The wire, when totally straight, you can see it actually comes up just a bit shy of the mark, and just move it over just a smidge. It actually falls right in between both, so I didn't get it to be exactly 1 foot, so I'm about 1/8 of an inch off, but I'm confident it's going to weigh. So it doesn't weigh anything on the scale because it's not heavy enough. So I'm going to go to the gram scale. Alright, so there's the wire. Here is the dead jacket. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this jacket in half so that it's easier to fit on this thing, and it's more accurate. And then I'm going to weigh the jacket, then I'm going to weigh the cable, and then I'm going to... Alright guys, here is the jacket, here is the scale. You can see it's jumping a little bit, so I'm going to zero it out. Zeros, dump that on there, 67.06. All right, 67.06 grams for the, that's probably milligrams. Yeah, 67 milligrams. Damn, for the jacket. Okay, so so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these strands apart. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 strands right there. There's 7 bunches, and zero that sucker out. Throw one. Let me get this nice and crumped up so it fits on that scale. There we go, 24.2. Do another one here. 0. 24.4. 0. 24.25. So they're all coming in pretty damn close of one another. Yeah, they're all going to be pretty close. So I will do the math on this in just a minute. Yeah, all the same.